In the last lesson, you learned all about the lines, the single line and the staff, where we said music gets written on it. Well, what do we write on the single line and the staff? Well, those are going to be called notes. So musicians play, read, and write rhythm with symbols called notes. Each kind of note is written differently. So let's go in and understand the different parts of notes. So what we have here is called an open note head, and it's called open because, well, there's this hollow space in the middle here. So it's open. It looks like a donut. It looks like a tire. Yep, great. Open note head. Now here's a slightly different style of open note head. You can see that this open note head over here, our first open note head, is pretty much level, whereas this note head is tilted up. But it's also an open note head. We can see that sure enough, the middle is hollow, just like a donut, just like a tire. That's an open note head. And then we have a stem. Now the stem is this line right here that comes down from the note head. So we have an open note head and a stem. The last type of note for us to look at is a closed note head. So this is called a closed note head because, as you can see, the whole note head is colored in. So that's a closed note head. And the closed note head can also have a stem. So we have open note head that is pretty much level, an open note head that's tilted with a stem, and then we have a closed note head with a stem. So each one of these three types of notes has a specific name. We're not just going to call them open note head and stem note and closed note head and stem note. We're going to give them actual names. So when we just have an open note head, no stem, we're going to call this a whole note. And a whole note is a very long duration. It takes up 4 counts. Well, what are counts, you say? Well, we'll get there. It takes up 4 counts. A half note, that's the open note head with the stem, gets a medium duration of 2 counts. Again, what's a count? We're going to get there. But you can see that, well, there's half as many counts per half note than there are for whole note. A whole note gets 4 counts. Half note gets only 2 counts. So it's shorter. And then there's a quarter note, and the quarter note is the closed note head with the stem. And that gets the short duration. Each quarter note gets 1 count each. So that's half the rhythmic value, or half the duration, of the half note. So we have a whole note that gets 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a half note that gets 2 counts. 1, 2. And a quarter note that gets 1 count. So that sounds like this. We're going to think of a count as a click. Clicks are counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a whole note. Here's a half note. 1, 2. Wow, that was a lot shorter. Here's a quarter note. 1. Here's a whole note again. I'm going to get the pulse. Now I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a whole note. Here's a half note. You can get the pulse. Then I'm just going to count. Here we go. 1, 2. A lot shorter than the whole note. Here's a quarter note. Listening. Then when I count, it starts. 1. That's it. So you can see that the whole note lasts for 4 clicks or 4 counts. A half note lasts for 2 clicks or 2 counts. And a quarter note lasts for 1 click or 1 count. I will see you in the next lesson. Hey there, if you want to learn more about music theory, I highly recommend right now going to grab the 10 things everyone should know about music theory. It's a free download for you that you can get right now. There's a link in the description, also in the pinned comment below this video. So what are you waiting for? Go grab that thing and I will see you in the next video.